think what's unique about North Nashville is so many people here that are from Nashville and that really understand the value of the space. There's 4 HBCUs. With those anchors right here in North Nashville, I think there's a much higher awareness of what's going on. And yeah, people that just care about preserving the culture. It is a good place to be from. I didn't grow up in North Nashville, but I'm from here, and I've been here since I was a little kid. So every summer, most of the churches I went to, most of the kind of communities that I was a part of and community events, a lot of them all happened here. It's kind of the black part of Nashville. So if you were a black person growing up here, chances are you spent a lot of time in this area. A big part of why North Nashville is so valuable and so important outside of the culture that's already here is its proximity to downtown. That's made the real estate really, really valuable. And of course, developers see that value and are buying it up as quickly as possible.
You look here, you can see the Cheatham housing project, and then you can see this big building here, and then you got some of your new construction.
Well, now you've got this, Cheatham housing and Worthen. Yeah. Like Cheatham is sandwiched between Worthen Lofts, which are $500,000 condos, not even houses. So wow. So the Worthen Lofts are in that, that $300,000 to $500,000 just to get one of those studio spaces. So to have public housing sandwiched in between this, then you kind of know what's coming.
Right. And the layout that you have with the condos versus Cheatham is probably very similar. So they're probably looking at the perimeter of Cheatham as a potential profit maker.
Yeah.
Because they say, whoa, maybe there's more, square footage where Cheatham is.
Yeah, that Kroger's been interesting to watch over the years because it's gotten more and more quality food in it as the neighborhood has shifted.
Right.
So it's interesting to watch.
Sometimes there'd be sometimes 2 security trucks just constantly
armed
throughout the parking lot.
Yeah.
The last time I was there, because like you said, Omari, the demographic has changed, you don't see that.
I mean, it's not that the people don't want the nice stuff here.
Right.
We just don't want to be gone once it gets here.
Exactly.
We're in O'Reilly's Auto Parts on the corner of Monroe and Rosa Parks. The tornado in 2020 knocked this down, and definitely used to come here to get all my little brake pads and rotors, all the stuff for those old cars. So you can see the neighborhood as it is now behind it. All of those houses were 1 to 2 story. Yeah, just houses in North Nashville, and now they're all pretty much tall and skinny.
This is the home of Reverend Timor Willis at 1006 Monroe Street. And it was a beautiful, beautiful home. This haven within the Monroe Street area. I stayed there one summer doing a summer enrichment program at Fisk University. Needed somewhere to live, and someone told me about Reverend Willis. He rented out rooms. And this home had stained glass throughout various windows. And now what I'm looking at is just completely demolished. I understand about the fire and then the 2020 tornado, which really wreaked havoc on this house. So the bones of it still exist. The memories, they still exist within me. This house was a center for the Monroe Street Volunteers, which had a summer program where it brought youth to work. Various developers were trying to get Monroe Street area. There were a lot of elderly people living surrounding this home, and with the help of the Monroe Street Volunteers, we went house by house. First, we took an inventory of different things that were needed to improve the homes, and then we got in there to help. This home, well, it registered amongst the historical sites, so that was one of the goals I remember that Reverend Willis would talk about.
Yeah, Monroe Park. We played full court, pickup games there.
Wow.
and it's one of the better courts. Actually have where they got breakaway rims and plexi, plexi backboards. So
they keep the maintenance. They maintain it very well.
And then this park, this is Edmondson. Yeah. That would have been Haddock's, where the Marriott is up there on the left. Oh yeah, Haddock's Pharmacy, definitely concert tickets, but also, working pharmacy, so medication and just kind of serve the whole community. You kind of get concert tickets. I feel like people probably sold CDs, DVDs, and I'm not sure if Mr. Haddock's, and that's stuff that I would have to ask the family, if he kind of sold all of that stuff or if he just made space for other people to sell. But I just thought it was interesting to kind of see Haddock's with the whole Nashville skyline in the background, and wanted to capture it as it was such an important space that was about to be gone. So yeah, just historically to kind of make sure that there was some record that it was there, because that's such a huge thing that happens as neighborhoods and spaces get developed, especially now. And I think that's a big part of the importance of artwork, is art has always held the history of a place.
As a student at Fisk University, I was surrounded by a lot of history as well as art, that I knew a little bit about art, being exposed to museums and galleries, plays, dances, so forth. But at Fisk, what was different was that the people that I saw, the people that I listened to in terms of their expression through paintings, their poetry, theater, and all that, they were Black. When I would, bring people to Van Dyck just to see the gallery, I said, I'll put some money in there. Yeah. But once I made a donation, I earmarked it just for Van Vechten, because I said, occasionally you can just earmark just for Van Vechten.
Absolutely.
Because they got their own budget to do, and they need that money.
I mean, I compare that to Alabama football. Like the revenue that Alabama football brings in, that's how important the Van Vechten is.
Exactly.
It's that culturally significant.
They had the Jubilee Singers and they have the Van Vechten collection.
There you go.
It was
and if you take those
some serious stuff.
What do you have?
That's one of the things that makes Fisk a very special place.
That's a Titans player and his brother from New Orleans that opened this store.
Oh, really?
So that's Black owned. It's a B.O.B.
Right. Are there many art studios around? We don't have those incubator spaces.
Not really. I mean, there's like 100 Taylor is a really well-known one.
Right.
But really, a lot of people are doing home studios.
Yeah.
Just because in Nashville, the cost of living is like, I'm renting a studio in LA for less than I could in Nashville.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
That's
right there.
So
do you all feel that the art district coming to North Nashville has been overall a positive thing? I mean, it's something that has positively impacted the neighborhood, or do you feel like that it's something that,
as long as it's inclusive?
Inclusive,
yeah,
right?
I mean, you bring the art district in, and then you're like, oh, where are these artists that have done beautiful murals and things? Why aren't they represented within this establishment, venue? And then up and coming artists that live nearby or within the area.
But like right now, I mean, it's like woodcuts. They've got every, Inca, the Galveston Cinnamon Huskies. Every show for their first year has been somebody based in Nashville. So I think that right now that's happening. Okay. It's just it being sustainable.
Right.
Once everything gets more valuable, because that's the thing, the arts make it really valuable. I'm always kind of thinking more like what the future impact would be on the neighborhood. But for right now, and I feel like that'd be short-sighted of me to like cash in on this thing that's hot right now, have a run that's good, and then it's over with me. Like that's the thing. Yeah.
In the gallery was a very special place in North Nashville. It was one of the few galleries that we had, if not the only one. It was started in 1987 by Carlton Wilkinson. It went from an art gallery to embracing the arts. And in 2020, the tornado came and had destroyed it. In 1991, I had my first professional gallery exhibit. And also in regards to Omari, he and I met through Carlton in the gallery. So it's one of those full circle moments.
How long has Woodcut's been here?
Yeah. Woodcut's been here 33 years.
33?
It'll be 34 in September.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've outlasted a lot of frame shops and galleries.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I work as an engineer technician, but my hobby was woodworking. So I had built just about everything, and then I started framing for my family and people at work. And I ended up having equipment in my garage, in my den. And when I put a dry mount machine on the kitchen table, my wife said, "Well, that's it.
Is that close enough?
You need to find somewhere."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overtaking the house.
Yeah, I was overtaking the house there. And so I found this building and actually did the renovations myself because, like I said, I do woodworking and drafting. And so this was an old, dilapidated fast food place.
Really? Okay.
And so we converted it into a frame shop. I started from scratch. And my first week here, I doubled my gross income. First month, doubled that. And the rest is history.
And as far as black artists in Nashville, this is most have come through here. I worked in the restaurant business for 17 years, and I've been making artwork just to supplement. I worked in restaurants to supplement the artwork making. And I came here to try to get some stuff shown, and they gave me a job. I was here for about 4 years, a little over 4 years, and
That's right.
so this was my first step into being a full-time artist, working amongst artwork, curating, getting all of the experience, framing. I can stretch my own canvas now. I can frame my own stuff. So it's it's not only a place to display work, but it's truly it's an entree into teaching you how to be a working artist and actually make a living at it. So yeah.
Do you know the title of it?
Legacy.
Legacy. Oh.
Yeah, that's what he's writing down.
Yeah, legacy mural. And you can, if you see in the torch, if you can see the numbers in the torch, I'll see if you can see them. It took me a while to see it, but yeah, it says 37208 in the, And then he's got the TSU band behind Wilma Rudolph, Jefferson Street. You talk about historical markers. This is one of those things that the city should make sure that it can't
Never
be
gets
touched.
that. Exactly. Don't photograph and say, well, we got image. No, this needs to remain no matter what.
Did y'all discover that you're distantly related? No.
Well, we probably are.
Probably more spiritually related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we've overlapped in so many ways and things and connections. And then to find that we know people in common and those people influenced our lives in similar ways, and then to actually have Susan partner us together for this wonderful exhibit, that's
Also crazy.
yeah.